Hi everyone, this is Patty from Metaphysical Insight, and I'd like to chat today about orbs, spiritual orbs. I've been asked this question, hey, there's this ball of light or something in my photograph that I've taken, or I've seen some orbs just in my room, or I'm watching something on the computer and this orb, this white ball of something goes by. What is that? Well, orbs are, can be the shape of a ball of light energy, and they can be white. They can come in like a light blue color. Um, those orbs they could be a couple things, okay? Those orbs can be our passed over loved ones, coming to visit us, just letting us know they're there. And they can be angels as well, because angels sometimes travel, use the ball of light as their vehicle, because they do travel light, okay, not as in heavy, but they travel as light, okay. And so sometimes they'll take the shape of a round sphere, which is called an orb. Again, it comes in they show themselves in white, or like a light blue color. People have, taken photos, and they'll look in the back, and sometimes they'll see maybe like maybe not just an orb, but maybe like a shadow of a person in white light behind them, or they'll actually see a circle, in their picture in the background. Or like I said, they can just, be, live, come by. Um, I'm going to tell you what happened to me one time. My experience, I experienced, orbs many times, but this was a very interesting one. I'm getting cold chills. So this one was, well, you know, listen, um, I was working at the time at a metaphysical store over in Hollywood on Sunset Boulevard. Um, that's not a bad area, it wasn't too bad, but well, it could be a little shady, what I'm saying, and you kind of got to watch, just be careful, especially at night. I was working, and we usually lock the doors at 9, and then you have to clean up. You have to, like, close out the register, and that takes time. And we have to clean up the place, vacuum, and make sure everything's really nice for the the next crew in the morning that comes in. And so usually two of us will be there. One's cleaning up, the other one's closing, so we can get out at least by 10 o'clock. And so I was there by myself, actually, because I'd been there, and the owner trusted me, and I was really good at closing out the register, and making sure everything was nice and neat, for the next crew the next morning. And so in the front of the store, okay, there are these security cameras, and upstairs in the owner's office is, the video, what do you call it, the monitors, okay, so you could see everything happening around. And so, like I said, I was there by myself one night. Um, in the store, okay, they sell, and I'm going to tell you this because then it will make sense to you. In the store, they sell these, tall glass candles, different kind of candles, but these tall glass, candles, you've seen them, they're cylinders. And, they're for various reasons that people burn these candles. So a customer will come in and, purchase a candle or several candles. And the owner actually, she did readings in her shop. She was the only one that did readings there. And so, in order to work there, you had to, learn how to read the wax in the candles. So she did the readings, and she would suggest that, this, and that candle, and then the, customer would buy these candles, and then they would come back when the candles were all burned down. They burned them for specific reasons. Then they would come back, and they have the candles that were all burned down, and we had to read Okay, give the story, do a reading on what the leftover wax in the candle. So we all had to learn how to do that. And, that was good for me because I wanted to actually, hone in my experience with that. So if the retail person sold the candle to a particular customer, usually when that customer brings it back, you would bring it to that retail person because they knew why you bought the candle, and then it was easier for them to be able to give you a good reading. That wasn't always the case, okay? And so if they weren't available or they weren't in that day, then whoever was working that day was the person who was going to read those candles. And sometimes they would come in one candle, sometimes they would come in several candles, sometimes they come with a bag of candles. And it could be time consuming, okay? So back to that evening, I had locked the door, it was after 9, and I was closing out the register, and this woman came to the door, and she held up this bag, a big bag filled with empty candles, like wanting me to read these candles, like after hours. She's been there before. I've seen her. She knew, we closed. She knew it was after 9, and so I just waved to her, no, we're closed. And so she looked really annoyed. And all of a sudden, and she walked away, I got a really bad feeling, like a really little scared feeling. It was like really weird, right? And so I'm getting cold chills here. It's like it was really, crazy. And being there alone, there's a lot of spirits in the store, but those spirits were good with me. I love those spirits. They were, we had a good rapport. So I felt protected in that sense. And so I just felt really weird, right? I closed out the register. I went upstairs to straighten up, the office. And I went over to the camera, the monitor. And all of a sudden, I could see outside of the front window these round, it was like a round orb of light. God, I'm getting freezing cold chills here. Like frantically trying to, get in or see where I was. So trying to, see, like almost like somebody going, oh my God, where is she? Where is she? And I was like, oh my God, that was crazy, right? Because I didn't see it out there when I went upstairs. But when I went up and I looked on the monitor, this orb was just going crazy outside the store. I was like, wow. So I knew that there was something not good, okay, around me or outside. And this orb was trying to find me to make sure that I was okay, there to protect me. So it could have been a passed over loved one who comes back and is your guardian angel, or your passed over loved one, just in general, or it could have been an angel or an actual guardian angel out there, okay, watching and making sure, and like, oh my God, making sure that everything's okay, in there. When it was like so like freaky. Just the only word I could use is so freaky. Even though I understand those things and know those things, being there alone at night and all spirits and, the area being a little wicky wacky because we have to go out the back way, which is, you have to go out into a very dark hall, lock up and then go out the door into your car in the back. And then God knows who's out there. You really don't know. That area is, like I said, could be a little shady. And so, it was weird ever since that lady came to the door with those candles and I refused her. It's like she was like this dark entity that whoever the orb was, my angels or passed over loved one, felt that I needed protection. And so, boy, I'm getting cold chills. It's a definite. And so when I went back downstairs, everything was cleaned up, shut off. I didn't see the orb anymore. And I didn't see it out there. And then I just closed up and I went home. I left, locked up, did everything. And it was such an experience. It was very cool, to see that. Um, Very cool to know that I had protection, that they were there to protect me. And a little scary because there was the darkness. I felt it. I could feel something not right, something on the dark negative end. And I don't usually get scared in that place. I really don't. I've been there many times, closed by myself. I've been there many times, going at night and stuff like that. And I never felt scared or anything. But that night, I felt unsettled. I really did. But the cool part was the orb, you know? So you can see these balls of light. I had a client, away from the store when I was already, have already, quit, left the store. I did my private readings, and a client, when I was giving her a reading, she called me. She wanted to know what this blue orb was. It kept coming on her patio, and it was, like I said, it was blue. It's like a light blue color, and her dad had passed away, and she wanted to know if it was her dad. And I got these cold chills, and I got validation that yes, that was her dad. So her dad was coming to visit her, give her protection. She wasn't going through anything bad, but they're there to visit, say hello, protect you. And it's just like the coolest thing. She thought it was like awesome. She didn't know what it was. She just needed to know what the orb was. And then I explained to her what orbs are, who they can be, how we can see them and stuff like that. So not only you see them in photographs, but you can actually see them live. I have seen, watching YouTube, some people's, their tarot readings, I have seen orbs fly through their reading in the background. I have seen that. I have seen orbs, out and about. I've seen orbs in different places. So I've actually seen them, I've seen them in people's photographs. I feel like there's some in my past photographs too. People have told me about, these lights, these round lights, the balls of light. And so it is quite cool. So don't be afraid of that. It's actually a very good, cool thing. It's your passed over loved one or an angel, coming there to say hello, or we need them in some way. Maybe we're feeling down, or maybe we're feeling happy and they want to celebrate that. And if you're feeling down, they're there, to be with you. They just happen to be coming because we're energy. Remember, the ball of light is light energy. Like I said, when we pass, we're all energy here anyway. We're just in a physical body. There's energy in it, okay? Moving it around, doing our thing. But when we leave this body, it is energy again. And we can come like I said, in my past videos, we can take a form, actual physical, form that a living person here can see. Or again, they can, be as a light kind of figure, the shape of a figure, or they can come in an orb. Okay, they can come in an orb, and I'm talking about, in the physical realm. In our dreams, that's a different story. But so they can come as that orb. So the next time you see that, know what it is and go, hey, whoever passed on, say, hey, you know what I'm saying? We love you. Thank you for coming to visit us, and thank you for being here when I needed you. I was feeling down, or I was feeling happy, and I'm glad to share that with you. If you were getting married or a birthday or anniversary and celebrations and you see them in pictures, know that they were there with you, celebrating right with you. So it's a very happy thing. So I hope that you all get to see, orbs in your life. So don't be afraid of them. It's a very, very good, great thing. Just say hi, thank you. And if you feel like it's your angels and stuff like that, thank the angels for coming by. Just spend time with you, or make sure you're okay, and protect you. All right, you guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.